Okay, so I'm back with another quick film study, and I'm using another one of these opportunities to talk about some offensive linemen. I like to talk about offensive linemen, but they just don't do the numbers that other videos do, so I can't really talk about them as much as I would like. One of the guys that I've always liked was Joe Staley. He's been a good offensive lineman, a good left tackle for a very long time for the San Francisco 49ers, and he had yet another good season last year. One of the things that I really like about him is his strength. This is just a strong guy. Like, let's just jump into it with this play. It's going to be a one-on-one matchup, and if you're a left tackle, where would you want to get your hands? You'd probably want to get them right there. That's typically ideal hand placement for a tackle. However, this Detroit Lion has other ideas. What he's going to do is actually just put one arm out and get it right on Joe Staley's chest. Put one arm out right there. This is something you see Khalil Mack do a lot, and it's something that's not a terrible idea. You can obviously reach out further with one arm than you can with two, so if you can do this basically forces Joe Staley to not be able to get good hand placement. But of course, the problem is now you only have one arm, and you're going to try to push the offensive lineman back with one arm. And some offensive linemen you can't make it work. Some of the offensive linemen in this league just aren't that strong. But for Staley, that's just a bad idea, as you see by him barely getting moved at all. He's just way too strong, and you can't really pull off that kind of thing against him. This play is another good example of showing his skill set. It's going to be a double team on that Packer right over there, and then Staley's going to move up to block that Packer who's in the middle of the field. So one thing you'll see is he does do a good job of finishing off that double team more than anything. He's making it very easy on his tight end to get that Packer out of the way. But of course, now the problem remains, he's going to have to get over to that other Packer who's in that area and make sure he can make that block. But look at his footwork and look at how quickly he is able to get over and then be blocking that Packer. That's just beautifully done, as he's able to continue blocking that Packer all the way, and just a great play by Staley. I mean, most offensive linemen won't get highlight reels, but if they did, that would be on his highlight reel. I mean, to be able to move over and finish off the double team, but then get back and block another linebacker, I mean, that's just fantastically done by Staley. Staley has footwork, and obviously when you add the footwork to the insane strength, that's what makes him such an effective player in this league, and this one was another really good play that I liked from him. That's where he is on the screen, and he's actually going to be moving up to block linebacker Riley Bullough, or as you might know him from Hard Knocks fame of Joe Dirt. For one thing, look at how he's able to get so far over to the left so he actually can make this block. That's the first thing. I mean, that's very important. You have to be able to make sure you can do that. Now that he's in position to make this block, look at how far back he's going to end up pushing him. I know he kind of ended up pushing him into the running back there, but again, that kind of happens. Sometimes the running back doesn't take the best route and ends up getting tackled. But this was 20 yards down the field when this happened. I mean, that's how far back Staley pushed him. He pushed him just so far back that by the time he finally did get into the play, it was just way far down the field, so it was already a good run. He had the footwork to get over there and get to the inside of the player he's trying to block, but then he also had the strength to push that player far enough back to then allow his running back to pick up a decent gain. So he has footwork, he has strength. Well, what else does he need? Well, a good first step would be nice, right? I mean, that's definitely very important, especially in the running game, is having a guy who can have a good first step. Especially in the situation that you see right now, where he's on the right side of the screen, and the guy who he's going up against is going to be the 9 technique here. But look at his first step, and look at how quickly he gets over there. The Seattle defender didn't even move, because he's not yet sure what's going to happen, whether it's going to be a passing play or a rushing play, but it's too late because Staley is already in perfect position. From there, he can just toss him to the side, and that's just too easy for Staley, even though the play itself didn't actually work out, but Staley did his part there. Some guys get by with speed, some guys get by with footwork, and some guys get by with strength. And while strength is certainly Staley's biggest attribute, he definitely has several, and he really has no weakness. He's a complete left tackle, which is partially why he's been in the league for so long. He was drafted in 2007 and is still playing. He has 6 Pro Bowls and 3 second-team All-Pros, so he's definitely made his presence felt over his career. I know Jimmy Garoppolo has had some unfortunate luck in terms of injuries, but with Joe Staley, I'm sure Garoppolo can sleep a little bit better at night.